So, good putt Sunday?
The last one?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. He had a pretty good read from Hovland, but yeah, no. JJ, he stepped up when he needed. And
That course was so hard, I lost interest in that.
nobody, after his front nine, he was like, he's done. I mean, I've never seen a golfer have more bad breaks in like a 4 or 5 hole span than JJ Spawn did to start that round off.
It just wasn't. I mean, the course was so hard, it wasn't fun to watch.
Welcome to the U.S. Yeah, it was.
I mean, like you want to make it challenging.
I like it.
Yeah, like a lot of now, Kevin, I agree with you. I don't want the guys shooting 20 under either. I mean, I'm like that. But it's just so like you just one little miss hit and you're, well, probably because the guy I bet on lost is why I'm really angry. So I'm the most. It's like 3.5 to 1. The guy that was leading. Who was the guy leading after 3 rounds?
Everything, Chip, that comes from that side of the table has to be weighted by either what Terry feels about it or if Tom lost $1 on it.
Well, I mean, I thought
two.
the whole tournament was great because I'm a person who likes defense. I'm a person who makes every hole harder.
Calvin, I'm just saying, Calvin, I do need an extra stipend because how am I supposed to keep interest in this stuff if I don't gamble? So I need Calvin to give me a little extra stipend. Come on, Calvin, I know you're listening. You can help me out with my $5 bets. I'm not asking for much. Just throw me an extra $20 in there so I can make 4 bets and maintain my interest in some of the stuff that I wouldn't pay attention to otherwise. But that's what when Calvin called me and said, "You watching the U.S. Open?" I said, "Man, it's like what I didn't tell him that the guy I placed a small wager on did not win. So that
who did you?
Who was leading after 3 rounds?
Burns?
Sam Burns.
Sam just.
I should have known
front
better.
runner.
How did you?
I always bet on the Secretary.
How did you feel about the ruling?
Which one? The water?
Yeah, his ruling.
Play golf. I mean, again, you're these guys want it to be perfect, or they whine like little babies. So that's where I'm at on that one. Would John Daly have asked for relief?
I think a lot of them would have.
He would ask for a beer.
Well, I mean, his shoes have already been wet from the beer he was drinking. Yeah. So, like, what
did you see the clip afterwards? Like, one of the media guys actually went to the spot where his ball was, and there you had to step on it, but it was one. But it was the ruling. I think is correct based on what it's consistent. If there's not standing water and stepping on it and seeing water rise is not. They're not going to consider that standing water.
And we've also talked about it too. Between whether you're right-handed or left-handed, depending on where your stance is, all that matters too. Like, and again, like I was saying, it's in the fairway, right, Chip?
Yes.
You can still hit ball first, correct? Here, it's not like it's like in the it's not in the lake or anything. The ball is clear, right? I just see that.
Zach's message.
Zach, buddy. Zach, buddy, I don't need to be anonymous. I'm sorry.
He's proud.
Go ahead.
I don't need to be who Burns standing water? We'll get that.
But while you're looking that up, you saw a lot. We talked about Burns last week, and I think Adam Scott even Adam has won a major, to be fair. Both of these guys, it's hard to figure out their MO. Both can play really good golf. Both did the middle of the rounds. They looked like it was going to be one or the other of them, but then they both have had issues in the past closing out tournaments. Scott had a chance to win the British. He was up by 4, I think, with 4 holes to go one year at the Open Championship. Bogeyed the last 4 holes, ended up losing. Burns has had, I think he lost in a playoff the week before. So it just.
I think the pressure got to him, not the water. Watch this ball. He flushed this ball like you can't say he didn't. He just pulled it left.
Rope hooked it. Yeah.
Ain't a rope hook. He hit it left.
Yeah.
He's whining about look at this ball. That's a great. If that's where he's aimed, Chip, the green's right there. It's a good shot. The green's over here is the only problem at that tower.
It never had a chance, did it? Never.
He started out left of the green. Is where he started off.
The mountain's pretty in the background, though, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful golf shot, just the wrong direction. So, like, I have no sympathy for that whatsoever. Like, you don't.
Kevin, you don't have sympathy for anyone.
Well, put it this way, Chip. Like the other guys are in 8-inch rough over here, and he's worried about the water he's standing in. I don't. Not in this.
When have you ever heard Kevin say anything
sport.
sympathetic
Is it
to
lightning?
anyone?
I agree. I agree.
Is it lightning? No.
Yeah. It's not been halted, so that means you got to play through it. You can whine and cry all you want to, but
he never said
every other 37, 38 guys are playing through the same thing.
He can never say, man, I understand why this guy's upset. Man,
You know?
Stuff, man.
Oh, I can understand why he's upset. He
No,
just quit whining.
be a man. Quit whining.
Yeah, maybe you need to work on your game a little bit.
Hit it 3 foot left of that, Tom. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, how about here's the money.
I could have made that shot.
Here's the money that here's how Spong got here. $11,000 in 2013 on the Canadian tour. In 2014, made one cut and $800 on the in Canada. Won Canada Order of Merit in 2015. 2016, finished third on the Corn Ferry points. Earned a PGA Tour card, 97th in FedEx in 2017, 62nd in 18, 99th in 2019. 2020, 185, lost his card, went to Corn Ferry Finals, finished second to get his tour card back to 174, kept his card via COVID. 34th in points, won his PGA Tour card win in 2022, 62nd in points, 98th in points, U.S. Open.
Yep. That's a Roy McAvoy story right there.
And a lot of these
Kurt Warner.
some of the golfers is Spieth and Rory and stuff. They want actual smaller fields and more prestigious fields. It's not like they don't want this guy to win, but like based on what they want, Chip, that's basically the kind of guys that wouldn't win, is because they're not the prestigious guys or the name guys like we talked about Saturday, like the big names on the board and how people or think about that.
That's why they call it the U.S. Open. It's open to anybody. You play well enough in the qualifiers, you can get in. So.
I figured you'd like this one, Chip. Check out Scotty and Nicholas' swing here.
Little pass parallel.
Pretty much almost the exact same thing. And then he does have a little Scotty's foot, but Scotty breaks his ankle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They asked Jack. So that Jack and Johnny Miller, actually, they interviewed them Sunday in the press room, and they asked him. I think pre backswing or pre follow through, I should say, their swing looks very similar. The downswing and the follow through, totally different, because Jack doesn't have the shuffle going on, obviously. And Jack made that point. He said he's like, I don't have nearly the footwork that Scotty has.
No, well, yeah, I think everything looks the same except that the slide on the foot. And here's my concern with what's going on.
Jack's hands finished a little bit higher.
I was getting ready to say the finish looks nothing alike, Kevin. Look at the finish. Well, there it's similar. Keep going. Okay, look at Scotty's club and look at Jack's.
Jack
Look at Jackson. Look at Scotty's there.
Not close. Scotty has a little lower.
He's
finish.
almost 90 degrees, and Jack's probably about 30.
And that goes to Jack's ball flight. I think the high ball flight. I think Jack's hands finished a little bit higher.
I just I'll say this: 90% of that thing's exactly the same, and y'all went. It's not even close because the last half a second where he wraps it around his head.
I never said it's not close.
Stand it. If you point out something that he didn't notice, he can't stand.
He's not even noticing
You
it.
can't stand it, Kevin. You know it's not right.
He's admiring
and you just
his
can't
shot
stand
for
it.
an extra half a second. It has
No.
nothing to do with his swing.
No.
And you're like, it's not even close.
At the end, it's not.
It's not.
At the
He's
end, it's
admiring
not.
his shot while the other guy is breaking his ankle. The point I was going to make,
Almighty.
at some point, Chip,
He can't stand
he's going to sprain that ankle at some point.
Oh,
not
he's not.
swinging.
Did you see
I'm talking about walking, stepping a ditch, something small. Everybody does something like that small. What I'm saying is, when he does that,
You think it's going to change the swing?
at what point does that affect that? I don't know when, where, what. It's gonna happen. Look at Tiger. Whatever. I know he's got all kinds of different energies, but like these guys will do something small or anything. And my concern is the way he does that. I don't think he's going to do it doing that, but he goes so sideways with it. Terry, you've seen basketball players do this.
Yeah.
Like at some point, he's going to do something to it.
He about did it in the golf swing. Look, there's a clip from a few weeks ago. Looks like he about turned his ankle in the midst of a swing.
I'm curious if like a trainer or something would like advise a taping or a brace or anything for him to wear. Like,
Well, right
he's
now, the
ever
way-
even spoken to anybody like that.
But
about something
the
like
way
that.
his swing is right now, he
No.
can't limit his mobility of his ankles because he needs that much flexibility for his swing.
it's weird.
It's
really weird.
It is effective right now. He's got it in a groove, and somebody who had a left miss this week still ekes out a top 5, I think, in the U.S. Open. He definitely did not have his A game this week.
Well, I found the Reinhardt family reunion picture this weekend. What is wrong with these people, Terry? Why would you stand there?
That's a lot of trust.
TikTok.
Look at them. Like
Instagram.
So, like,
top
that's
10,
why,
not
that's
top
why,
5.
That's why you're standing there.
Scotty was
because
7.
you can get it. You can get something on Instagram. That's why.
That's a lot of trust.
It's stupid.
At a U.S. Open
Right,
rough, that's
like,
a lot of trust.
Look at what they're holding up. Look at all their hands. That's all it is. Maybe I can get a viral moment. Maybe if the guy gets hit next to me, I can get a viral moment.
I'm not as upset about the fans and the patrons as much as I am the organizers. Who is letting them stay there?
Right. That's what I don't get. Like,
Well,
usually they tell you to get out
welcome
the
to
way.
2025
Yeah,
where there are no
that's right.
rules.
Just,
Hey, come to the schoolhouse, right? I mean, we don't want to do anything. Anybody might hurt their feelings.
Like he can't even see where he's aiming
Right.
because there's fans in the way.
Yep.
Like that. Like this is their. I get
know
that's
the
a
word-
fan area.
Welcome to the era
No, it's
of
not.
do whatever the hell you want to do.
It's one of them things.
That's where we're living.
that one of these people want to get hit, so he'll end up signing a glove or giving them a club.
Right.
or
It's all about me. If I get hit in the head, I can sell the cap I
That's
was
right.
wearing on eBay
That's
for
right.
$1,000.
That's right.
yeah.
Ain't no way.
I mean, it's just no. I had this debate in driver's ed. I'm trying to tell him. I was like, look, when you're a pedestrian in town, you better be looking out. You don't want to get yourself hurt.
Yeah.
Well, if I get hurt, I'm getting paid, Mr. C. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was like, so let me tell you this. So you would trade your legs for $1 million? Oh yeah. I was like, do you realize what you just
That's
said?
Hearing yourself
right.
right now?
No, Chip. They believe they are not joking.
Yeah, they're serious.
I mean, it's just like, dude, there's more. There is no amount of money you could pay me for any one of my limbs.
How'd you find me?
Well, this dude ain't never gonna get to watch him hip.
You know what I said back in high school? Practice swing. Yeah, practice.
I was about to
swing.
say, put me down for a 5.
He's not.
God, that's terrible.
It's no fun.
Yeah.
It's like for the average guy.
Well, can he stand up?
Now we're seeing what's going on.
See, but why would you want to be that drunk? It's no fun.
Even
It's no
JP's
fun to
getting a
play
kick out of that.
It's no fun to be
It's a
to
wonder
be
he
that
didn't fall
drunk and
back
play
in the
golf.
hole.
I mean, if you play golf and say you drink 2 beers per 9 holes, you're probably just feeling good. But these people go out there hammered and play golf.
Try to get away from everything
That's
in their
just,
life.
man. If you want to get away from everything in your life, that's what you need. Just join
Don't sign up for a tea time in the midst of it.
I'm just saying, man. It's just the people do such stupid stuff.
You saw symptoms of this a few weeks ago, Kevin.
Speaking of getting upset, Tom, there's Wyndham Clark's damage to the locker room again. A little upset with his play.
I guess he's writing a check.
He apologized and
Wrote a check.
and yeah, write his check.
He talked about this he was the second season of Full Swing, the Netflix show. He was one of the main one of the episodes was based on him, and he talked about how he had really gotten his temper under control and really managed it. And I think it was that season of his life when he won the U.S. Open at Los Angeles Country Club a couple years ago. Looks like he might need. Looks like he's struggling to get back in that frame of mind.
At some point, and this is, I guess, the give golfers some advice out there. You have to figure out what your expectations are, and be happy with wherever you're going to be. Okay, because if you're not, and make sure you do have a good time. Like, you go out there thinking I'm going to be mad because I shot a 91 instead of an 89 today. It's why ruin your time over that?
I mean, Kevin, ask anybody, and I have no room to talk to anybody about that. Ask any of my friends. Ask anybody that played with me. Probably the first 10 years that I was playing the sport.
People change. Yeah,
there was a lot. I was not a very enjoyable person to play golf with. I took it way too seriously, especially for how bad I am. I took it way too seriously.
That's the one. Is like I'm over three. I'm over 2 or 3 over par, and you're shooting 105.
Yeah,
cussing every shot.
grinding that. Yes, and so
like, bro,
not the not playing as much, obviously, and the season of life I got in obviously with my family and getting married to Lindsay. The biggest thing for me that helped me is I stopped playing single rounds just by myself, because I felt like if I was going to play that much, I should be getting better. But stopping playing by myself and just actually making sure I had somebody else that was going to go join me for a round or something, I think helped me focus on the social aspect of it more.
Does this count, Chip?
The next putt does. Yeah. That's the frustrating thing about this sport. The next stroke counts just as much as that 250-yard drive.
So when does the next stroke start?
Well, give him 10 seconds. Give him 10 seconds. Give him 10 seconds.
Now he's stepping all around that hole.
Oh,
He's not touched it yet. I give him that.
He never touched it.
Yep, I give him that.
But it was a 27-second putt.
I'm all right
kept
with
saying give him 10 seconds.
Yeah, the official rule I want to say is like 10 seconds.
It is 10 seconds.
But
his ball stopped at 8, so it was basically a 19-second putt.
But I have seen professionals get a little bit of grace on that.
Yeah.
So I give him that putt. I mean,
even stepping around the hole.
Yeah. No, he's not touched it. So
if I'm stepping around the hole and it's on the edge, eventually it's going to fall in. Because I'm moving the ground.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I mean,
I'm going to pay it for. I'm going to pay it forward.
Good for the self-made earthquakes.
I'm going to pay it forward
for the shots. All right.
Hope I get a little bit of grace next time.
All right. That's about it for the golf coverage. Unless you guys got any. Oh, I did have one. Is this the greatest club twirl of all time?
Bobby Mack.
Have y'all seen? Y'all know
he should have won. You thought he was going to be the winner there for a long time.
Are y'all ready? Yes or no? Best club twirl ever.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he's on. He's a club twirl. That's not a club twirl, you know.
Thanks, Bobby.
That's not a club twirl, you know. That's not a club twirl. That's not a club twirl, you know. Oh my God!
Yeah, that one's making the internet rounds right now. Good club twirl.
I'm not a fan of his, but Tiger's had the club twirl he had at the President's Cup or the Ryder Cup, where he basically just is holding it, and that was pretty clutch. When you're like calling your shot, it's pretty impressive.
All right, folks. Anything else, Tommy, Terry? Nothing else on the open or anything?
I just was gonna say.
Where we at this weekend? Travelers
last signature event.
I just hate that I did lose interest in it, but no, Zach, I don't need a Gamblers Anonymous for making $5 bets on ESPN. Okay, I mean I'm good, Zach. I appreciate you giving me advice, but
just find him some scripture, Zach. We'll be back in a few minutes here on KGCBroadcasting.com.
Yeah, he needs some too.